Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your hosts, Matt McGregor and Tone Vage. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning, I'm good. Let's hope the audio and video quality are much better today than in our last stream.
Well, in all of our streams, let's be honest. I've got this door open today. My dog ran away, but we found him. They got
What?
like he got out, and kids left the door open, the gate open, and the police called us. He's in like 6 towns over, so they got him. So my wife's gone out to get him. He's
What?
miles away. He's fucking miles away, right? He must have
Wow.
gone 15 kilometers away. And anyway, she's out of the house right now. So if I hear the baby crying downstairs, I have to
Yeah.
do that. But other than that, happy Friday. The price is interesting, worth talking about. Do you want to go first today, or I'll go through mine quickly? I don't have all that much to say. I'll go first. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
just
and
keep
remind
the
me to talk. Remember to talk about the stuff I forgot to talk about last stream with the crypto bills and like 80,000 Bitcoin moving. Totally forgot to talk about that last time.
crypto bills. Noted. Let me go through the charts. I posted. I won't start there. I'll go through it. I'll go through it gracefully. Weekly time frame. I don't mind the price on the weekly time frame. It's fantastic. We're looking like we might get the highest weekly close of all time once again in 2.5 days. I think we will. Nothing to report there. I like it. No big deal. This divergence that I've been speaking about for months, whatever, it's still in place until it ain't. We perfectly came up earlier in the week and touched on that line that I drew in arbitrarily. Exactly. I screenshotted it and put it on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Alphanumetrics. And I said, I'm worried about this. It's valid until it ain't. It rejected $8,000 or 7% off that, and now it's trying. The second attempt of this, I think we invalidate it and bang through it, which would be an extraordinarily bullish sign if we can do that. But it holds until it ain't. Do you know what I mean? Like it's valid. All the other oscillators, I have no problems with. They're not worth mentioning. They're all fine. The daily time frame. Let's give this a gander. We're still above all the moving averages, which is fantastic. MRI, where are you? Yep, there you are. Thank you. All right, we've reset the count. This could turn into a green star candle very easily. 1, 2, 3, 4. All we need to do, as I'll let Tony talk about that, is get above, 120, and this thing will be a green star candle on the daily, which would be fine. Tomorrow, we can still get a green star. The next day, it doesn't matter. That's fine. The fact that we're still remaining above the 7 simple moving average and we never actually opened or closed below it, I'm very happy with that. There's nothing to concern yourself about with. It's fine. The 4 hour is where I think the interesting part to consider is. I posted once again on Twitter when we came in the last show we did. We were on this green candle on the 15th, whatever, a few days ago. We did this show, and it was a green star. I liked it. It might have, and it actually, it might have even been we were on the candle after that, and this candle after that was down here red, and we had retouched back down as it was this one, in fact. So we had come back down and we had touched perfectly on the 30 simple moving average. And I said in the show, I like this candle. I think we'll close green. And by the end of the show, this candle was green again. We had a pretty good run back up to 120, were rejected. And when we came back down and put in a higher low, a really, really good higher low, staying above the 50, everything like that, I posted once again on Twitter, I really like this higher low on the 4 hour on Bitcoin. Once again, go Twitter. And then we had another sensational run up from that area. I'll just do it from here. It doesn't matter where. We got all the way up another 3%, $3,000. Beautiful. Came back down, retested the simple moving averages today. I was pretty disappointed when we were back down here at 118. I was not as happy about that, but I was fine for this reason right here, that we didn't invalidate this sort of trend line. And you can move this wherever you like it. You can use candle bodies. It's fine. It doesn't matter what you use. But I was fine as long as we didn't crack through that line. Most conservative, just do the candle closes. I was happy. That we had bounced, and right now we're on that crux still, but I'm satisfied with it. There's no reason for me to be concerned until we start breaking this sort of trend line. I'll keep it at the candle wicks. That actually looked better. We keep this structure here. We stay above the 50 simple moving average. We don't start to put in lower lows. I've got no reason not to be bullish on Bitcoin. So that's it for me. That is the key for me right now is the 4-hour time frame. We maintain this trend. We don't put in lower lows. We don't crack down and we start to get below 115. This area here, I'm not interested in Bitcoin, right? I'm not interested in Bitcoin at all here. Maybe down here, I'm more interested when we get lower, look for like a daily green star or something to that effect. But as it stands right now, I'm still interested in Bitcoin. I'm still very interested in Bitcoin. I'm bullish until proven otherwise. Coming back to you now, brother. As I do, there's a few things I got to touch here. It's annoying. You know the drill. Hey, guys, like and subscribe. Join the Discord group. Bangbox is in another trade right now. This thing is not Bangbox has been in a trade, but like all the other bots are starting to fire off as well. We're in one of them now.
You gotta start showing the Bangbox trades again starting next week.
Well, we've got too many bots now. We got 4 bots, and we've got the spot bot, which is absolutely fantastic.
Right, but you gotta show at least one per stream, right?
Well, I could cherry pick the best ones per stream, no doubt about it. But I can just I'll bring up the dashboard.
Why would you cherry pick the worst one per day?
Yeah, that's not how we do it over here. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends, blah blah blah. Thanks, guys, for joining. Tone, am I way off base, or are we looking good? What do you reckon?
No, you're not way off base at all. I completely agree with you. However,
good. Do you 95% agree with me?
Maybe 80. We are in agreement, but you are a little more optimistic than me, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to go to the 1-hour chart, mostly because once again, we are following the MRI. We reversed on the MRI warning candle and also a rejection of the MRI resistance line. We then break the MRI resistance line yesterday evening, going back over 120, which I was very, very bullish in. We got rejected by the MRI top. We had a 1 to 4 candle correction as usual. Went back, made a new hourly closing high, but yet missed a new swing high, ran into another MRI top, and it went down. And now, while I do agree with you that this trend line needs to hold, I am not very confident that it will. It is just too many hits of this trend line now. And also the fact that the current hit of the trend line is way too close to the prior hit of the trend line. So, and this rally off the trend line was just too weak. And it's giving me this concerned feeling that our support is very, very weak. Where this trend line is too weak to hold it, this MRI support and 200-hour is a little too weak to hold it. And now and if we get to them, we have a double bottom versus yesterday. And if we fall below that, we go right into that danger zone of mine. So unfortunately, this drop at 2 in the morning last night was a little too heavy, and you can already see Bitcoin is not able to hold the trend line as I started talking over the last 5 minutes. So while everything you said is true, I am way more pessimistic on the situation versus optimistic. You want to jump back in, Matt?
Yes, I do. I don't care as much about the hourly because I think that we can come back down, hit your support and resistance line. I didn't include the wicks when I was looking at the 4 hour. I did say the wicks, but I want to see the candle closes to if it's invalidated or not. Like I think that it can come up in the next hour and a half and still close green. But what I was saying,
Yeah, I know it could, but I'm not placing a bet on that. I mean, this to me looks very, very concerning.
agreed, and it looks different now than when I was doing my show. Like that's the beauty of that's the
Right.
beauty that's the beauty of
Right,
trading.
right. But I was thinking this as you were talking, and
But my point was when I was doing the show, I'm bullish until I ain't, and I've got an hour and a half left to consider this thing still intact as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not ready to jump to a short right now, but it might be there in an hour and a half, perhaps. Do you know?
right, and we're dropping heavily now. So
Right. So
I,
skip the first 5 minutes of this show if you're coming in late.
yeah, and guys, I don't like the weekends. I think the weekends, to me, are always weaker than the weekdays. So
Mm.
yeah, if we're below 118 uh, after 12 o'clock Eastern, so if this 4 hour candle closes at a new swing low, I am significantly exiting my bullish position
Yeah.
that I stupidly did not exit on Monday. I will be forced to exit it. I mean, it's great that I get to exit it at a higher level of 118 instead of one panic sell at 116, but we are dangerously close to a complete breakdown once again. That concern that I had in our last show, uh, right here at the bottom, and we recovered nicely. This, I mean, the same concern is back, but now it's actually stronger because the picture is clearer. A 4 hour close below this final moving average and below yesterday's closing lows puts a fork in it for me for the time being.
We've had two great questions here. One from KB, but we'll do KB second, actually. Tomcat here says, "Why so stressy when Bitcoin is around all-time high?" Sorry for the sass there on the when I read that, didn't mean that way.
No, can I answer that? Can I answer that? Because
Yeah.
we are looking at an hourly chart.
Right.
If you want to talk about a monthly chart,
Yeah.
I can tell you we're going to 200,000, right? So whenever you're watching the show, the analysis is based on the size of the candle, not what Bitcoin has done since inception.
Yeah, and this is the daily high. We're talking about trades, like daily trades, intradaily trades, swing trades, day trades, whatever. We're
Right.
Tone and I, yeah, like Tone and I
Sorry,
are.
one more thing.
Go
This
ahead.
show caters to all types of traders.
Right.
Traders that use the hourly chart to traders that buy and hold and only sell once every 4 years, right? You have to identify what kind of trader you are. And if an hourly chart is irrelevant to you, then you shouldn't be concerned about our hourly chart analysis. I'm going to go and analyze the weekly and the monthly chart in a few minutes, but you need to only pay attention to the analysis that matters to your trading time frame. Okay, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, no. That everyone who's been watching for a long time knows that. I mean, I'm so into Bitcoin. I don't have a bank account. I'm 100% on the Bitcoin standard. I work and get paid in Bitcoin. I don't even have a fiat bank account. That's how much I don't care about the fluctuation from 118 to 100. I don't care. But I'm talking about daily trades to try and make more money. That's all I'm saying. Day traders, yeah, there we go. Tone, move on. Let's move on.
All right, so the 1 hour and the 4 hour charts are covered. Let's go to the daily chart. So, Matt, you were almost right on that green star candle. The green star candle not only needs to go above the prior daily close, it also needs to break the prior daily high. So, in order for us to get a green star candle today, we would actually need to get above 121, not 120. But 120 going above 120 will create a green 2, which keeps the bullish trend intact. Personally, I don't mind us breaking the MRI count and resetting into a red 1. That would mean that tomorrow we can get a green 1, and the day after we can get a green 2, which may or may not be a green star candle. But I don't mind this consolidation, but a daily close below one, where's this line? Below 117,700, basically a new low close is very, very concerning for me. Now, from a daily perspective, where are we? Well, we are in the middle of a 1 to 4 candle correction. We can say this is candle number 2. We can say this is candle number 3. We can even stretch and say this is candle number 4, but I would not do that, right? So I would actually be most conservative. This show is going to be most conservative. And in a most conservative fashion, this is candle number 2 of the 1 to 4 correction, because the MRI candle was actually a bullish candle. Yesterday's candle is the first candle of correction, which was consolidation, and today's candle is still consolidation, which is candle 2 of correction, but it's about to be considered a correction candle if it closes at a new swing low. And to get a new swing low, all it's got to do is close below Tuesday's close. And we are almost there. We're close. Yep. So we can have 2 more candles of downside, and we can say this was a 1 to 4 candle correction. And in order to just stay a simple correction, we got to hold the moving average. On my charts, this is the 20. And there's also support down here at 111.5, but that would also mean we're breaking the 20-period moving average, which I don't really want to see us break. So the daily chart is completely neutral. If there was ever a picture in my TA textbook of what a neutral chart looks like, it looks like this. It's consolidation with a red 1, but I just have, a bearish feeling about this. But that's also my conservative nature on the situation. Matt, any comments on the daily chart before we go up the time frames?
No, I'll need to see the S&P 500 to get a better bearing on how that's going. But like what you've said right now is perfect. Hey, can I just throw something out to Cortic? Because he made a comment saying, bullshit, you live in Japan, you have a bank account, fiat bank account, whatever. I do not, brother. I have a Bitcoin card, which I can withdraw from into fiat in cash when I need it, but I don't have a bank account that I can just sell Bitcoin when need be. It's possible.
And Matt, I'm gonna cut you off there. Next time there is a question like that, just completely ignore it. No one on the internet needs to know your personal banking situation.
Okay.
Trust me, I've been doing this a while. There are, leave that one alone.
All right. Let's go. S&P.
Okay. Here's the S&P. The S&P daily made a new all-time high this morning, and it is pulling back this afternoon. All right.
But still,
not very helpful.
Doesn't look bad. Yeah, that's not that helpful.
Not helpful. I mean, maybe they're kind of resetting again. Yeah. Like Bitcoin is consolidating near the all-time high, and so is the S&P. But on a day, but within the day, it hasn't been as correlated as it normally is.
See, I mean, that thing could finish green as well and break through that support and resistance zone. Not support and resistance, the acceleration zone you've got there on the MRI, and look fantastic.
Yeah, I know it could, but like I just can't assume that it will, right?
No, sure, right, you're right.
Okay, now weekly chart. The weekly candle is a very candle. This is what is known as a gravestone doji, and it looks pretty bad. It's not a perfect gravestone doji, but it's definitely gravestone-ish. You will see the red tone base volume By the way, I'm taking the next off. We'll still bring you the show, but I'm going to be up at my cabin working on health and wellness. And I'll probably do lots of video content on health and wellness at the end of the year after I do all my research and create my own health and wellness plan for the rest of my life. But during that time, I may have some time to release some of these tone indicators. I just need a Pine coder, Matt. I think you have one.
Sure.
I may have to borrow them.
Yeah. I can have a crack at it.
Okay. Unless I get back in touch with mine. Vinay, if you're watching, please DM me. Okay. We are also on extension B, which means, and this was the final extension from the last MRI top we had on the weekly scale. And this extension B completed. Oh, we also do have an extension C in the back. You don't see it, but we're only on C11. So there is count C still incoming. This C is from an old MRI top. So we're not completing with all of them yet, but extension B is important, and it might have ended this partially bull run. I still like the green star candle. We're still in a bullish MRI trend, but this could be a slightly longer correction. And if we correct, and as long as we stay above this moving average, I'm assuming that's the 20 as well. MRI, short-term, intermediate, long, weekly. Yes, that is the 20. As long as we stay above the 20, as long as we stay above 105, and ideally we stay above 109, we're still in this bullish phase. But I really, really don't like to see large bullish candles get erased on pullbacks.
What percentage? I wrote a note here. What percentage do you give this weekly candle with 2.5 days left of finishing at a new all-time high?
Weekly close. A new weekly high close.
A new weekly high close on this candle. What percentage do you give it?
25%.
25%. Okay. Noted.
Right. And keep in mind, we were there like 6 hours ago, 8 hours ago.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I just don't like how this morning is playing out, as we discussed on the 1 hour chart. And it's Friday. And I'm always pessimistic going into the weekend. I'm very rarely optimistic going into the weekend. I always expect the price to pull back over the weekend.
Look at that touch of the 50 there. This is the line of the sand. In fact, I would go long right now. I would go long right this second with a stop loss on that below the 50 on that blue line. That would be my buy. I would have been in if I was trading right now. That's me. 100%.
I would not. But I'll throw it in here.
That's me 100% long off that on the 4 hour that line every day.
Yeah, so let's do it. Let's do 118.25. What's your stop loss below the swing low?
Oh, just don't know. Just break even right now. That's exactly as soon as I had no stop loss in when I entered the trade, and I was just monitoring it. But as soon as it's pumped, now it's just break even. That's it.
Okay, so you're in a break even stop loss.
Right, I mean, already.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, we're a little hindsight here. Look, there's nothing wrong with going long even right now. And if you did go, and if you did,
yep,
yeah.
Sorry, just to go the 4 hour, you'll see it is hindsighty because we just saw it, and I'm not in the trade, so just make that very clear. So it doesn't matter; it's just hypothetical. But when you see the 4 hour,
right, but also watch this, right? If someone is watching us right now, and YouTube is on a few second delay, so if someone hears this, you're entering right now, you're getting in, better than Matt, and Matt's trade already been stopped out.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I don't use stop losses that tightly. I don't know why I said that, but I mean that's the kind of buy that I love on the 4 hour. But this would be the concern if it drops from here, because that's where I want to enter. But now it doesn't look as good anymore. But a lot of the time, that's a really good trade. straight
Right.
off the bat.
Now I clearly said I would not go long,
Yeah.
and and this is very,
Yeah.
very concerning for me. And what's going to
Yes.
happen is the moment we're done with the show, I am cutting my bullish position significantly. I am very, very unhappy. When this show started, we were up here,
Yeah.
and you were pretty bullish, and I'm like, all
Yes.
right, man. The moment you finish up, I'm going to be pretty bearish, and boom, down we go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that bearish, but everything I said at the start of the show was I'm bullish until this line is broken, and the line got broken almost by the time
Right.
I'd finished speaking. So it was what it was.
Yeah. So this is I am very, very concerned right now. But how concerned am I? I'm concerned down to 110. I'm not concerned much below that. If we start breaking below 110, we're going to talk about different types of concern. But at the moment, my concern is we can go down to 110.
Yeah.
If that's concerning for you because you're in a 20x leverage, you may want to take that comment seriously. If that is not concerning for you at all, then my comment's irrelevant. And my mic's about to die again. Something is wrong with my mics, man. Okay, well, let's go to the monthly chart. Someone asked me to take a look at a trend line, but the trend line only works on a linear chart, not logarithmic chart. I don't normally look at linear charts, but it is a pretty clean trend line if we connect the 2017 high to the April high of 65,000. Now, there's multiple ways to draw this line. This is the most conservative way to draw this line. Something that Tyler Jenks used to say, when you have multiple options, you choose the most conservative. And you can see how we got rejected by this trend line again. Now, this is the most conservative. If I was to turn this into the least conservative, I would use the very, very top of this weekly candle in 2017 because there's a rule to trend lines from me, my personal rule on trend lines. And I hate using linear charts on Bitcoin because it's so fucking annoying. And now we could use the least conservative way of something like this. Because as long as you are not breaking any candle bodies, it's a legit trend line. So this is the least conservative, where you use the top of the wick of 2017, and you're using max candle touches in April 21. You're still able to touch multiple wicks in November of 21. You're now perfectly rejecting at December 24. You're touching 2 additional wicks in January 25. This is probably the best fit line. And now that I look at it, if I had to choose one trend line, I would adjust it slightly as to actually touch both of these candles. So I will use, the body here instead of the wick. And now I have to adjust this a little bit higher. So now I'm touching 2 candles in the front, and I don't want to break any bodies, so I adjust this up a smidge. And now I'm touching all these candles. This is a great trend line on linear charts. But then I'll tell you why it's probably somewhat irrelevant, but maybe not. I'm not sure yet. But now I'm touching as many candles as I possibly can. And it looks like this trend line has broken. Is that a good sign? I don't know. Usually these are rejection. This is a rejection trend line. Breaking it doesn't really tell you much other than we're bullish. Does it mean this trend line is going to be support? It can be support, but in order for it to be support, we got to go significantly higher than the trend line so that when we pull back 20, 30%, we're bouncing off the trend line at that point. Okay? Now, the reason why I didn't look at this is because no one looks at Bitcoin on a linear scale. So one of the reasons why TA works is that it's a fulfilling prophecy because too many TA traders are using the same TA. And it kind of makes its own wish come true. But if no one is looking at a specific point in TA, that could give you an advantage if you're looking at something no one else does. But at the same time, you can't look at everything. So if you're looking at things that no one else is looking at, you're going to miss the obvious things everyone is looking at. And therefore, you could miss something that everyone else is anticipating. Did that make sense? You got
it made perfect sense. And in fact, the self-fulfilling prophecy is true because the moving averages and everything that we look at, the Fibonacci retracements and the breakouts, especially of descending, the descending wedges and things like that are the easiest things to trade because everybody's looking at the same thing. So it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And Tone and I were looking at this macro trend line before the show, and we could draw it two different ways. Full disclosure, we could make it so we were exactly touching on it and getting rejected off it right now, or we could drop it lower, as Tone showed, and say that we've just broken this trend line that's gone for, years and years and years and years. So the joke was like, well, which narrative do you want to push here? Do you want to push that we've rejected off this perfect trend line that's been in place for a decade, or do you want to make the point that we've broken out? You could make both cases. You can draw a picture with it, and it's both. It's both. It's not. It's neither. It's both.
All right. So for the time being, this is supposed to be my monthly chart, not the weekly chart. I can leave this trend line on the monthly chart and we see what happens, because by the time this month is over, I think there is a very high probability we're going to be below this trend line.
Yeah.
And now I put a question up there. Let me show it again.
I canned it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you took it down? Hold on. Where did it go?
It was
not that question. There it is. I found that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the moment, I don't know yet, guys. I know you believe we're going to see an extended cycle. So I only believe in the extended cycle if we don't break 140,000 by year end, right? I think the top for the cycle is 210-ish or higher. But if we get to 210 by the end of this year, then I think the cycle is probably going to end on time. But if we are so low, but if we are down here, if we're sitting here at like 130, 140 going into November, December, I think the cycle is going to extend. How long is it going to extend? I think it's going to extend till we break 200,000. That could be, December. That could be January. That could be, August of next year. Like, I really have no idea. I just think there is a time and a price. And this time around, I think the time can easily be extended because look at all of the governments and companies that are just getting into Bitcoin now. But it seems to be very, very difficult to move the price of Bitcoin, especially, when there are these articles, like 80,000 Bitcoin are moving, right? So someone dumps 20,000 Bitcoin, and in my chat group, people were posting this article from Cypher Talks or whatever this is. Guys, you got to stop paying attention to random websites. And then I reviewed this article, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I said, this seems like someone is guessing that the Bitcoin was hacked and whatever. Stop paying attention to this. Next thing you know, the article is gone. We can go to the Wayback Machine, and they're speculating that Bitcoin, like Satoshi got hacked for 80,000 Bitcoin. And the reason why these articles go away is because they're clickbaity, because no one knows what is happening, okay? And then I was seeing rumors that core devs, which I'm not happy with at the moment at all right now, are talking about maybe freezing all the accounts somehow to protect from quantum computers. Like, there is a lot of negative shit going on. And at the same time, first the crypto bills failed, and then the crypto bills passed. There's a lot going on there. I did an interview with a congressman. Where is it? Here. It's not on YouTube. Simply Bitcoin recorded it. I thought it would be on their YouTube, but it's not. Check out my interview, my fireside chat with a congressman talking about all these crypto bills. It explains everything. This interview was made like a week and a half ago, but it was posted just like 2 days ago. Okay. So it was before they were voting on the bills. I asked Simply Bitcoin for the video. Maybe maybe I'll post it to this YouTube channel or my YouTube channel. We'll see. Okay. So no one knows what's going on right now. It's now people are saying if you go to Bitcoin treasuries, Bitcoin treasuries. U.S. government had over 200,000 Bitcoin. Now it's suspected they only have like 20,000 Bitcoin. I'm not surprised. Biden sold it, probably kept the money too. Let me see here. That's the corporate side. Where's the government side? This used to be a free website. I guess they're charging for it now. I don't know. I mean, I can ask NVK for a login for us. But where are the governments? Public companies, government. Yeah, here. So now there's rumors. Most of this is missing. Knows what's going on, right? And based on rumors, the price moves. This is why I prefer to pay attention to TA, and I manage the news as it shows up. That's all I have to say on the rumors and news front. Okay. Did I miss anything? That's it, right? Gold is not interesting. Oil is not interesting right now.
Crypto bills.
Crypto bills, it looks like they're going to pass. But, guys, I am so unhappy with the Trump presidency. I'm going to say something horrible right now. I know it's good for Bitcoin. I'm kind of happy that it's good for Bitcoin what's happening. But you know what? Let me not say what I'm going to say because we're going to lose like 1,000 subscribers. But I'll say it on my channel about the voting situation.
Yeah. Cut that out.
I'm gonna be doing streams about Trump in the near future on my channel.
Can you have a look at Bitcoin on the hourly for a second? Have we recovered at all? Yes, we're bouncing. We're good. We're back. It's all happening.
We've recovered enough for a dead cat bounce on a 10-minute chart.
Yeah, there it is. Green diamond bank. Oh,
all right.
We get the call. Let's wind it up. I'm done. Friday night. I'm out.
1 second.
Stone's mum.
All right. We're bouncing enough for a dead cat bounce, right? So I'm on a 10-minute chart. What would I need to take this bounce seriously?
We've got to get above the moving averages and the 200.
Well, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Above all the moving averages, sniffing the prior swing high. And as of right now, I would anticipate a rejection at the prior swing low.
Me too.
So that's what I'm anticipating right now. It's bad. It's all bad.
No, it's not all bad. It's Friday night. Relax. We're good.
All right. Good luck, traders. Definitely no show tomorrow. I'm diving at 7 in the morning, and then I'm hanging out here in Miami. Sunday, I'm diving again. I'm doing a bunch of deep dives, doing some shipwrecks. Check out my Instagram for a place called Neptune Memorial Reef. I dived it yesterday. Super cool. Saw a shark. And it was just a nurse shark. But apparently, the last time I dove Memorial Reef, this is a kind of you might like this story real quick before we head out.
Yeah.
And let me get off screen share here. We're kind of done. And so the last time I dove Memorial Reef, the boat kind of dropped us off in the wrong place. And we dove Memorial Reef, and then we were supposed to go to a shipwreck. But we ended up back at Memorial Reef. I don't know, just the tides in Miami get kind of crazy. So it was only two of us. It was me and the instructor that I was taking my course with for wreck penetration diving. And he spotted a shark. And like he saw, he's like, and he thought it was a bull shark. And then he told me today, this was like 9 months ago, or like 6 months ago, last time I was in Miami. And then he told me today, yeah, Tone, I was wrong. That wasn't a bull shark. That was actually a gray white.
Yeah.
So it was just like two of us in the water. And he thought it was, he wasn't sure if it was a gray white or bull. You don't see great whites off the coast of Miami that often. But we're like, oh, fuck. I didn't see it. I missed it because he was kind of like behind me. And I was swimming. So he's like, Tone, you were literally swimming right towards that thing. But I somehow missed it. Because it's not that easy to see everything, right? You got like goggles like this. You've been a diver before.
Yeah. That's right. You miss a lot. It's great. Hey, just before we go and say goodbye to all of our dear listeners here, 521 people watching this show. Unbelievable. Awesome. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, I'm going to do a show over on my channel, on the Black Box channel. I'm not promoting another channel. It's okay. And we're going to take about 10, 15, 20,000 bucks, whatever like that, and choose a bunch of shit coins. If Bitcoin recovers from here and we get above sort of these levels and it looks like Bitcoin is going to tear again, I'm thinking about putting $1,000 on each of the maybe 10, 15, 20 shit coins just for 3 months and see what happens, just for a fun experiment. I'm picking the names out of a hat. I'm looking at Crypto and shit to look for shit coins to go into just with some jump cash. So if you have any recommendations, hit me up on Instagram. I think it'd be a fun show.
Hey, if you're gonna do that, reach out to Tizen, because this is what they kind of do. They have like a shitcoin portfolio.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for a long time. I mean, he only likes Bitcoin, but he definitely has made good money on this stuff. And they only trade like top 10, top 20. So reach out to Tizen. You know him. You met him at my financial summit.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. I'm a Bitcoin maxi, as y'all know, but I do think that there's room in a 3-month period in like the last phase of this bull market. If we are able to break through and kick off, I think there's money to be made on these shit coins for about 3 months every 4 years.
Yeah, and real quick, I did see that the Bitcoin dominance is crashing right now.
Yeah.
I don't know which shit coins are rising, but I'm not in a good mood to review them. So we're not doing that. But look at the euro bouncing off the MRI buy, and someone mentioned Palantir. Palantir. How do you spell that?
You're asking me? Fuck. Good luck.
That's Planet Fitness. Someone asked early on in the live chat. I'm not surprised Palantir is at a new all-time high. It is like a terrible CIA front. It's just terrible. If I was president, this company would be banned. It's basically a spy company. So I'm not surprised it's at a new all-time high. And there actually is no limit to how high this can go. It's Peter Thiel's, spy company. So they're going to take over all spying for the U.S. government, basically. So instead of like NSA collecting information and CIA collecting information and other departments and FBI collecting information, everything is just going to be done by Palantir. And it's a private company. So there's basically... there becomes zero checks and balances on your privacy or your data. It is as bullish as a chart can possibly get in the history of trading. You can see that It probably dropped 50% from IPO.
Yeah.
The tone vase rule on uh, 30, almost. It dropped 36% of IPO.
I think you can include from its highs because the
You
initial
can.
first. Yeah,
You
I
you
would.
can. You
Yeah.
can. From its high, it dropped 86%.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Again, I never buy IPOs. I wait for a correction. This telegraphed a couple of MRI buys, and since those MRI buys, when Trump, got right before Trump gets elected, and he is very pro this company, and the government spying has completely gone up under this administration versus the prior one. It is a sad, sad world for the U.S. citizens.
There's money in war. All right,
Yeah.
I gotta go. It's bloody midnight. Goodbye.
Later, man.
500 people. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Happy weekend, guys.
Bye, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Oh, wait, I gotta end this thing.